Hi everyone and welcome to the first episode of my Total War Attila Grand Campaign with the Danes. Now I'm really excited to play with this faction. I'm so glad they're included with the final game, as long as you obviously pre-order it and get that DLC with it. They have cultural traits of being Viking Raiders, so they have plus 75% from sacking, looting and raiding. They have a seaborne trait which makes them immune to seasickness and immune to high seas attrition, which is going to be really useful because we are going to have to take to the high seas to come all the way down here to Britannia and also sack the Saxon settlements from the sea here. They do have an initial challenge of hard, so I'm going to put it on normal because I'm not that familiar with the game yet, and I don't want to find it, you know, really too difficult to start off with. I want to enjoy the game as well, and hopefully that'll make it more enjoyable for you guys as well. And so let's kick off this campaign.
The air was filled with smoke and blood. Rome was weak. The tribes grew in strength and number. Their roots went deep, and they felt the earth's blood pounding through the land. Their borders were threatened, for a great storm raged in the east. One by one, the tribes scattered as seeds in the wind. And behold, a red horse, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. The blood of their kin would be avenged. Great hunters, they tempered their blades in Roman blood, and saw their once mighty walls reduced to dust. They made ready for war. The world is changing. A lasting cold creeps from the north, and you must seek opportunities south of your homelands if you are to survive and prosper. Take to the seas and explore nearby shores, for the local tribes will be no match for your warriors. The plunder they bring home will line the coffers for the trials ahead. The exploration and conquest of distant lands, of corrupt empires grown weak through years of infighting, and of petty tribes without the strength or will to fight. By sea or by land, the South is yours for the taking. Triumph, and they will sing songs of your deeds until the end of days.
Okay, so we do start off with what appears to be a very small settlement. We're getting into that in a second. So we have our first mission issued here, and it's the basic first mission, so they made ready for war. Survive until the following date, spring 400, so that's a little less than what it is for the Sassanid Empire, which I've also started a grand campaign for, and you can check that out on the channel now. New bonus objectives have been added, and we get a treasury of 2,000, very nice. We can see here from the top that compared to the Sassanids, this is very, very meagre. So this, you can see straight away, is going to be more of a struggle. So let's take a quick look at the objectives. Victory objectives: survive until spring 425, control 30 settlements, maintain control of one province, which is this one here, loot or sack 4 different settlements, research 10 technologies, earn the following income from raiding, interesting, maintain 60 units and maintain 20 naval units. And then we can push on to the military victory, which is 60 settlements, survive until spring 450 AD, defeat 20 factions by capturing or razing their last remaining settlement, maintain control of the following 5 provinces. So let's see where we're going to be heading with the military victory, which is what I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to be doing the cultural. I'm going to be doing the military. So I'm going to say that's Skanza, which I'm guessing is Scandinavia, which is up here. So that includes my settlement here and these 3 here. So to unite Skanza, I need to take these guys out or make very good friends with them. And then what else do we have on those objectives? We have the Goths, Gothiskanza, Frisia, Lugdunadis, which I'm all the way far down here, and Britannia Inferior, which is where I really want to head to and actually get there before the Danes would have got there in our actual timeline. And we also have the objectives to loot or sack 7 different settlements, maintain 100 units, maintain 30 naval units, and construct 4 of the following buildings, as well as research 16 military technologies. And then Divine Triumph, we saw, as we've seen before with Sassanids, this is a mixture of the cultural and the military all in one. So if you really want to push the boundaries, this is where we need to head to. Okay, let's head back over to our home settlement and see what we have. So we have a jetty, a torp, and an artisan. Interesting. And also the option to develop land, which I will do. And we don't have any food at the moment, so I'm going to need to build a farmstead. We have a fleet, which is not too bad. I will recruit some more men into there in a second. And we have an army of 12 units. Not too bad to start off with. We have some Nordic bows, some mounted raiders, and some Nordic band and Nordic levy. Now what really annoys me about Total War games when you start off is, you see I've got archers here, right? If I want to recruit some units, yep, lo and behold, there's no archers to recruit, so I'm not entirely sure, or cav. So I don't understand how they got into the army in the first place. If I can't recruit them, how did they get there in the first place? So it really annoys me that that happens. And we have a garrison force, a very meagre garrison force, but you know, it's something, and a fleet as well. So that's something to keep our enemies at bay. I'm just going to put the fleet inside the port as well, just for extra security. Let's take a look at what we can develop here. I'm going to go down the military technology tree first. And probably push up to... we'll go for the smithy, the military... I can't say it. Militarized society. Militarized society. I don't know why, but I can't say that militarized very well. Maybe I was brought up stupid. Yeah, so I'm going to go that direction down there. And we'll see them through the civics as well and see what we've got. Let's get out of there. Okay, so let's take a look at the family tree. So currently, 58% power and respectability and about 50-50 control. Yeah, 50% current control. 600 of 1,200 tribal chiefs. This is our heir. We also have current options at some of the heirs, and we also have someone we can marry off as well, which is interesting. He doesn't seem very... this is a daughter. Doesn't seem very loyal. I'm pretty sure that little ring things mean loyalty there. I'm not sure. And then you actually have a daughter of your own. Did not know that. Cool. And we have some candidates for some positions. Officers, governors. We currently don't have a governor. We don't have a high judge, a warlord, a tribal chief, a judge, etc., etc. So we can hire some people into those positions. And we can also hire a governor, which we don't currently have. All of these guys are going to cost me a fair amount of money to hire as a governor. You're a fearless warrior. You'd probably be better off as a champion. Can we actually do that? No, it's more of a case of these come up when you do some other things. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Can't get these 2 to be governors, but we can get these 3. You're a fearless warrior, you're a marksman, and you're an overseer, so you would obviously be the best option here. 10 wealth from industrial buildings. So let's put him into that office. That is going to cost me some money, unfortunately. But hopefully it will have lasting greatness for our tribe. Right, let's see what to do next. Let's increase this army. I'm not a big fan of these Nordic band. I've played a little bit of a couple of battles outside of this to see how the Danes worked. I'm not very good with them, I will admit that now. I'm still getting used to the mechanics, But these guys, I really don't know what to do with them at all. So I'm going to get some more Nordic Levy. I found them a lot better. Let's just get the 2-turn off. Just watch my currency as well. I don't want to lose too much money. Let's get those 2 out. I do want some more skirmishers. Let's have a look what we need to build for some skirmishers. We quite possibly need to improve one of these buildings. Can't build any of these because I don't have the requirement for it. That gives me the recruitment of war hands, which would be very interesting. No, not entirely sure. Oh, this gives me Nordic hurlers and Thrall skirmishers from the farmstead, which would be useful. And I should probably increase this jetty to give me a garrison or extra recruitment. Maybe artillery, then burn in Nordic artillery crew. Should be interesting. Any more things I can do this turn? Let's have a quick look at the forces. Yeah, we've covered them all just in case there was some hidden that we couldn't see. And, right, okay. So I believe I also have... Did I see that right in the objectives? Born to plunder, right, okay. So loot or sack 3 different settlements, including the following. And those are the 3 down the bottom here. We have this one, I think, in Frisia, and also Fleven, which is down here. Right, so that's going to be a task and a half, especially with this meager force that I currently have. Let's get some more men into the fleet. And let's have a look up here. So these guys are currently friends with us, ish. And you are also neutral. Yeah, so 2 neutral factions of our own kin. Let's go into the diplomacy. We have 50 strength, balance of power. Right, okay, so we might have the opportunity to do something here.
We will gladly listen to your offers, but do
Can we get
not
some
wrap them in
trade?
lies. The spirits know
We
truth.
cannot get trade. What about non-aggression pact? Low success in non-aggression pact. Which is usually the first thing people go for, so it doesn't look like we're going to have to do that. How about you?
You are welcome. Although my ancestors and people expect talk with purpose. and
Moderate.
honesty.
They rejected my offer. I thought they probably would. I'm going to have to pay them, which I don't really want to do at this point.
Gods
still not
of the
entirely-
afterlife, spare my arse.
Ooh.
Well, why do you trouble my digestion today?
We could get a peace treaty with these, because apparently we're currently at war with them. We'll stay at war with them, because I need somewhere to go, so that's going to be where I'm going to go.
Many pleasantries for me, but please.
Peace
don't
treaty with
bother.
these as well, so we're at war
Talk
with
of
these as
meat,
well.
Not honey.
So let's have a little quick look at the hostility. So you're unfriendly, neutral, unfriendly. I can't read what that says. Deteriorating. Does that mean that they're coming more friendly towards us? I'm not sure. They're unfriendly, they're neutral, and they're neutral. So it's the Jutes and the gates that we need to really get some stuff going with them. Let's get on the Jutes.
A flapping tongue that speaks without wisdom is not welcome.
Trade?
Be like a
Moderate
spear
success for
and
trade? What? Are you kidding? It would benefit you as well, so I don't know why. Let's pay them a little bit of money. Offer payment, sorry. 500. No? Right, you've just been really annoying, are you? Fantastic. What about you guys? You definitely
I
want some trade.
welcome you, worthy speaker.
You
I listen
definitely don't
because
want
your
any
people
trade.
are known to
Right, okay. So that's diplomacy annoying me for now. Let's go ahead and raise another army here. There we go. Let's get Ragnar. He's a merchant, apparently. Fantastic. You're a lord. You're a power monger. I don't really want you as a... I don't have enough money to get one of these guys, which would be a lot better. Fearless warrior at the head of your army would be a lot better candidate, but I don't have enough money. Whoa, they're expensive to get into your army as well. But you have good income from looting. You have the ability of brace. You're better at sea. Ingmar is cunning. He has war cry. Rules are rules. Increases public order. You are very good with loyalty. Are very good at there. And have rally. That's fantastic. So yeah, what would you give me? Just +1 zeal, but it's apparently a fearless warrior and it costs money to get into the army. A hell of a lot of money for either fleet or an army. Whew. Let's go Ragnar. Let's get Ragnar. Even though he's a merchant, let's get him into an army.
ready for
He will do me service no matter what. Let's get a couple of men in for him, and let's end the turn. And we still have an edict, right? Fantastic. Didn't know you could do that. I didn't think I could do an edict because I don't have all three of these, but never mind. Might of Tew. Army recruitment capacity +1. Religious influence +4. Research rate +2. Research rate +2 plus unit experience and public order for that one. And construction costs. Let's go with that one for now. And now I'll end the turn.
We live for battle. We dream of it. We relish it as others do a fat goose. And you look plump.
Okay, so the Gates have decided to declare war on me, so that's something I'm just going to have to accept. Which is unfortunate, because I was hoping to be friends with these two factions here rather than declaring war, but that's unfortunate, so let's see how that turns out. Okay, war declared. No allies have chosen to become involved in the dispute. Which is probably beneficial for me, I guess, because I don't really have any allies at this moment, and they possibly have Alabu here. It's the Jutes, I think. Okay. Edict issued on the settlement, which we did last time. War declared between the Geats and the Danes. Unfortunate for myself. And all the while, these probably grow stronger. Okay, so
Your orders?
my orders are
Ready for orders.
that you're getting up to strength now quite nicely. I will wait until that farmstead's been built and just reinforce with some slingers or some skirmishers in here. Might be useful. I will build some more fleet though if I have the gold for it. Not really. I have the gold to build, but not the gold coming in next turn to sustain them. Let's get another outship and another longboat. Because if these guys do come south, which they probably are going to, they have a massive settlement as well, which isn't good for me. If they do come south, they're probably going to bring a considerable force, which is not going to be good. Right, okay, let's end the... That's not end the turn just yet. Let's just have a look. I can't really start a war here with... Well, not start a war, but actually go on with the war here, just in case they are coming. Because they wouldn't declare war if they weren't coming, so let's have a look. See what happens. Okay, seemingly they're going off in that direction, which may leave their settlement undefended. Political gain. This man, hungry for power, has positioned himself to take office without your approval. He may be suited to the task, but can you afford to let his ambitions threaten your family's power? Okay. Let's accept it. Okay. So the rule changed slightly there, which is interesting. I just want to see how that plays out, really, because I'm not entirely sure how that's all going to work. So we'll keep with that. And we'll go with the smithy, or should we go with the goat pens? We'll go with the smithy for now. Get that building. They don't seem to have moved south at this point in time. And these have a 17 card army in there, as well as any garrison force, 3 and 1 ship. So attacking them will be a little bit more difficult now at this point. What do these guys have? Can't really see anything on them, unfortunately. I'm going to have to make my move on someone soon. Let's move this fleet within range here and see what these guys have.
Row, God's curse ya! Your next command.
They have a fleet of themselves. which is 7 of 20. And I have a fleet of 10. So I might be able to take the fleet out and take the settlement. How far can you guys move in a turn? Pretty far. So I might actually be able to take Alibu. Fortunately, they're friendly to me, so it's not exactly the most profitable to take, but it will move me closer to Hironshoft. And I might be able to actually take these in the long run as well. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some stability going with these three here, so by taking them and raising them possibly. And then move on Rogan. When I can get a more formidable army together and come down and swipe through here and then move towards Britannia. Okay, so let's have a go at taking this settlement now. I'll do that for the end of this episode. So let's move you guys into a reinforcing act here. It's annoying because we're actually being reinforced by them at this current point in time. But let's move in.
On the move, lads.
This also means that if they're reinforcing me and these do attack them, we're okay. But
we still have a wind.
okay. Let's move you a little closer.
All hands to the oars.
So you're reinforcing this army, and we shall attack. By the sea. Yeah, they really don't have anyone to come and reinforce them, do they, at all? Unless there's someone hiding in these trees. I'm just wondering whether I should go onto the land, and go around and attack on land and blockade their port. I'm not sure which one to do here. I should probably declare war before doing this as well. Let's do that in diplomacy. Let's not be too mean to the Jutes. They are
A
of our
flapping
own
tongue that speaks
nation.
without wisdom is not welcome. Be like a
Declared war.
Your orders.
Sorted. Let's see if I can take out just this fleet that's docked here as well. I am supporting with the main army as well. So we'll see how that goes instead.
Forming a blockade.
I've got a blockade going instead, that'll do. And we can auto-solve this result as well. This is massively in my favour. Let's auto-resolve. Okay, let's do a balanced stance. See what happens. There's the ship sinking there. That's a very long mast. Decisive victory. We lost 175 men. That's very acceptable. Whoa. Okay, many options here. We can raise. We can occupy. We can loot and occupy. We can subjugate. And we can sack. Now I have missions to loot, raise, and sack, I believe, as well. Is sack where you just sack the settlement and then leave? You do not capture settlement, but steal treasures and damage buildings. All captors are killed. Public order is reduced, and the previous owners will like you a lot less, obviously. So sack is very interesting because you can just take whatever you want and leave, which will be cool. And raise burns everything to the ground, I believe. And the settlement is torched. Loot and occupy damages public order massively, but it does get you a bit of money. Let's get some stability first before we start looting and raising places. And enemy killed in battle. Oh yeah, obviously, because okay, so Gulfwolf deceased. Okay, that's quite nice. You see all this information. Our noble enemy has fallen in a battle against us. Aw. Peace to you. Right. Yeah, you get nicely hospitalized now. Let's put you inside the settlement.
Ready for battle.
Get a bit more stability here. Only minus 21 next turn. That's pretty decent. We do need to repair some of these buildings, which are pretty cheap to repair. Let's see what we got with that. We've got a torp, which is the normal settlement. We've got a jetty again, and we've got a farmstead. So food should increase nicely there. We still need a couple of turns, or a couple of increasing populace before we can get an extra expansion here. I might actually get rid of this farmstead and build something else there, which would okay, let's dismantle the farmstead because I've got 53 food. It should be alright for now, and we'll build something here which will give me either small public order or maybe some more advancement in the army, because at the moment again I can only require high. Ooh. Oh yeah, I can get the full skirmishers now and the Nordic hurlers as well. So let's get some of those before we get rid of the farmstead. There we go. Right, okay, that sorted me out nicely there. The fleet's replenishing there, and here is my enemy to the north that we have some visualization on now. They have a formidable amount of men in here. That's unfortunate. Quite a few men actually, as it goes. Let's get you in here, and let's get your troops up as well. Fortunately, don't quite have the funds to do this sort of thing.
Good fighters. Come, fight for us, lads.
That should be. Let's get one more
battle,
hurler in there
is
as well.
no finer ending.
Okay, hopefully that should be not formidable enough, but it'll give me a bit of a chance against these when they come south, which is inevitably they're going to do. Okay, so that's a nice little stronghold we got in this area. Who are you? The Jutes. Okay, so the Jutes actually had another army off to the west. It didn't seem to have, or they don't seem to have any more settlements. There is a nice zoom on this map actually compared to the original one on Rome, which is good. But the Jutes don't seem to have any more settlements or provinces. But they do have this odd fleet that's just off the shore or off the coastline. It's actually quite a formidable fleet as well. I believe that's probably an army rather than a fleet. 15 of 20, so they're going to look for revenge here. And probably come after me. That's actually their leader as well. So unfortunately they thought they were all safe, and then I betrayed them pretty much and took their settlement. So still a bit unstable, but getting a bit more stability here as we progress. So I'm going to leave episode 1 there. Thanks for watching, guys. If you've enjoyed it, obviously continue with me through episode 2 and through the entirety of the campaign. Be sure to check out the other campaign as well with the Sassanidins. And I'm saying that name completely wrong, I know I am, but without looking at it I can't say it off the top of my head, which is really annoying and strange. But yeah, please sure to check out that Let's Play as well, and I will see you for episode 2. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.